Hi there, Sandra here from Createinspain, and today I decided to do a shaker card. But unusually for me, I decided to use some metal dies. I so rarely use any metal dies. I don't have very many, I've got some basic shapes, but it just isn't something I normally do. I thought, well, today I was in the mood for metal dies, why not? Might as well use them if I've got them. I made myself a stencil. I will provide the pattern for the stencil down below. Cut it out of, I think it's silhouette stencil material because I had it. I thought I might as well use it. And this is just little round dots, slightly offset in lines. And my stencil is probably about 6 inches square, something like that. So I then used a metal die to cut out the backing, and then I put 2 rectangles, one inside the other, to cut out this frame. I then cut out a piece of acetate the same size as this, trimmed manually with a pair of scissors. My heavens, what's happened to me today? The slightest little bit off of 2 edges just to make sure it was slightly smaller than this, and just stuck it on with double-sided tape. So far, nothing difficult at all, I think you'll agree. So I want to put some shaker elements in here, but it's most important that before you do that, you put your sticky tape around the outside and remove the backing. The reason for that is the very action of removing backing can sometimes make all your confetti and things jump up from the desk, and it goes everywhere and you end up with it over your sticky tape. Yeah, real mess. So I've got one side of my window done, and I've got some quite pretty multicoloured confettis. This one is a flower design. Now I don't sprinkle them all over everywhere, I just put them in the middle. And I don't use loads and loads because I figure if you do too much, it just ends up looking overdone. So those are ones I got in the local Chinese shop, and I dug these out of my supply, which I had completely forgotten I had. And I bought these crumbs quite a long time ago when I was back in the UK because they come from the works. Oh, these are so pretty. They are called Confetti. There's only 10 grams, it's obviously £1. And they're just really rather gorgeous, different shapes, and they have a slight bit of dimension on them. Those are so nice. So I have my shaker window, very, very pretty, slightly transparent but not totally transparent, and it doesn't all fall down to the bottom because there isn't that much of a gap in there. There's no foam or anything. That's a very nice, simple, flat shaker. I decided to put this shaker over a window, so I have cut the smaller size of those 2 shapes out of the front of a card base, and because to me it's slightly easier, I'm just going to put some glue around the edge to stick it on. But I have a tip for you. I wanted to put this happy birthday sentiment on here, but I wanted it to have sticky tape on the back of it, so double-sided tape. Now, 2 things. The only wide double-sided tape I have is this one, and it happens to be very tough. Not only is the backing part of it really, really tough, but the glue sheet is really, really tough as well. So what I did was I put this on the back of my card, and this is just a card that I'd coloured myself previously, but I removed the backing and I just put some contact paper backing over it in order to cut it out. Eventually, because this was not the first time I'd attempted to do it, because I'd attempted to do it with this tape on there straight away without taking the backing off, etc. After about 3 attempts, I managed to get it to work. But there is another little tip that I will give you. If you're going to do this, get an alcohol marker or something and colour the back paper, because when you're trying to remove it from here, it's very difficult to see. But if you coloured it before you attached it, it would be a lot easier. So if I'd have made it yellow or even pink, anything, it would have been much easier to see, to remove the backing paper at the end of the day. And I want it to go round that letter, I think. That will do nicely. So it's partly on the window and partly off. Something else which I'm going to put on this card is a string of these embellishments. Now, I did not buy them like this, they are individual. But as with any other embellishment, what you can do is you can put them face down onto a silicone mat, and then if you have a fine tipped glue gun, as I do, you just draw a line of glue along the back, wait until it's cool, and then you have a nice string that you can use as a garland. So here's my finished card, finished off with just a very simple print and cut, or at least a scan and cut, which is what I did for this particular one, and my little garland here, which was made with various little sequins and some hot glue. So there we go, a couple of little tips for you in there. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I will see you again soon. Take care now.